Good morning. It is a nice frosty chilly morning this morning. It is 8 degrees out and we're going to be working in the workshop today. We got some snow overnight and we need to get the tracks on our Can-Am Defender. Well, first we need to repair them. I'm sometimes a little hard on my equipment, and yeah, the tracks we've had for, I think we've used them for 3 seasons now. This will be the 4th one and we need to do some repairs to them. So we're going to go in the workshop, work on those today. And I'm not complaining because it is cold outside. So I am looking forward to working inside in the heated workshop and getting these tracks repaired so we can get them on the Can-Am. And then we have something else that we're going to be building for the Can-Am. That's not today, but we have something new for the Can-Am and we need the tracks for these. So we're going to get those repaired, fixed, and then we'll get them on the Can-Am. What are you doing, Brodus? You like this weather, I know. Forrest? What are you doing? So last year, I broke off a couple of bogie wheels. They really didn't break off, but the bearings went kaput and then the wheels fell off. And I smoked one of our bigger wheels. The reason why this all happened is going through water crossings and then it being super cold out, everything froze up. And we didn't have the heated shop last year to put it in so it could defrost. So we just kind of got more ice buildup and then ended up messing up the bearings. And we burnt one of the tires a little bit. I'll show you that in a minute. And then we had a couple of them, the bearings break for that reason. So I ordered a bunch of new parts for it so we can rebuild the tracks. Let's see what we got in here. All right. So we got a big bogie wheel with caps, cool. And then I ordered a few extra of these. I think we need 2. We'll have to look and see. I'm pretty sure we need 2, and I ordered 4 just in case we have the same thing happen. We have spares on hand. I know you want to chew on the cardboard box and paper. I'm gonna put it up high so you can't get to it. These are a wearable item, so they're made to be replaced. So we have one small bogie wheel we need to replace there. This one's missing a bogie wheel on the back and the front side, so we'll replace small ones on this one. So let's get these ones replaced first. All right, I get to the inside in here. This is where we loosen up the tension to make this track looser, and then I'll be able to replace our bogie wheels. So in here, we have a nut we gotta loosen up. That keeps everything tight, so we gotta loosen that up, and then we can take this nut and loosen it up. That'll take the tension off the track, and then we'll be able to work on our bogie wheels. All right, that should be loose enough. And then we need to take this one. So I took the tension off of the track. So these are all part of the bearing that went. I think that's going to be on the bearing too. That should all be part of the bogie wheel. So the bearing broke, and that just let it so the bogie wheel could fall off. So all of this should be in the new one. So we got a new cover, bam, and they give you a new bolt washer with Loctite on it. Bogie wheel's gonna go on, like so. I like it. Take apart this one. So this one of the bearings is still intact. And then we have our rubber. Oh yeah, she's definitely in rough shape. Which means some of these might be too, but we'll leave them until they do that.
Do you think the other one broke because of the opposite side?
That's what I'm thinking. That when that one broke, it put too much pressure on this side.
Yeah.
And it kind of went off at an angle because the other side's the side that broke first. So I am liking how easy of a fix they are to do. And they come with everything you need. Thinking I'm just going to replace this one because that one's not loose like that. This one's not loose, but that one's definitely going. Definitely too much play in there. Let's take this one apart. Yeah. That did not have a lot of life left in it. I'll show you a new one. That is tight. All right, that bogey wheel is definitely smoked. So this one you can see it's nice and smooth. There's no grips on it like this one has. And this one's actually oblonged. If you look, it's bald here. But then when we take it off, you'll be able to see there's still traction on this side. So what ended up happening on this wheel is we got a bunch of ice buildup and it's on the inside. So I didn't see it. We were driving around and then all of a sudden the track started smoking. I don't know if you remember that. And I stopped and looked. That's what it was. This wheel was frozen in place literally by ice. So the track was still moving and it was smoking like a burnout on that wheel right there. So we need to replace that one. Bam. So still tread on this side, that side, nothing. All right, now we'll put our new seal on. Put the new wheel in place. Might have to back the tension off, yeah. That should do it. So what it was is my track was pushing up and then my wheel was hitting on these little dogs right here. So it wouldn't let. Come on, there we go. I like that. So now, put our bolt back on. Tighten that up. Put our cap back on. And now before we tighten it back up, let's flip it over and make sure the other front bogey is good. They're both a little loose. I'm gonna leave them, we're gonna run them. and I'll order some more. These being on the outside, if we have an issue, we can just jack the machine up, loosen the track, and replace them. So I'm going to leave them for now. Tighten it up a little bit more, but the old battery powered one doesn't have enough torque to do it. All right, I'm gonna call that good. So we'll flip it over and tighten up the lock nut. That's good. You don't want it too tight and you don't want it too loose. That's just right. All right, since this track is now fixed as much as we can fix it for now, let's push it aside and we'll get over the other front one. Check this one out. So these tracks are the Camso 4, what are they? The UTV 4S1 tracks. This will be the 4th season we've had them. We've had really good luck with them. They've done us good in the wintertime. We're able to get around the property and have fun in the snow, which is great.
And obviously the mud.
Yeah, in the mud. So yeah, no, that was the bad bogey wheel. Awesome. I'm gonna order another big one just to have in stock.
So it was all on that one track.
It was all in that one track. That ice really messed everything up. I know we've been having a lot of people asking when we're gonna have our next coffee drop. And the next coffee drop is today, January 28th, when you're watching the video. Our new coffee drop is live. If you are a member and you're getting early access to this video, as soon as you're seeing this video, which is before January 28th, you guys will be able to get the coffee as soon as this video is live to you. If you click on the link down below or go to lumnahacres.com and search for our coffee, you'll have access to all of the coffee. This is all freshly roasted. My favorite is the Campfire Decaf. Then we have our In the Woods Dock Roast.
And then we have our Off-Grid Sunrise, which is the light roast.
The Off-Grid Sunrise is how I start my morning every day. Campfire Decaf is usually how I end my evening by drinking a nice warm hot cup of coffee, because I don't know about you guys, but it is cold here still, so that helps warm my bones up in the evening. If you want to get yourself some coffee, click the link down below. It usually goes pretty fast. It's freshly roasted, so as soon as you guys order it, we try to ship it out within a day or two, so it comes as fresh as it can to you guys, because if you've never had freshly roasted coffee, you're never going to be able to go back to having not fresh roasted coffee before.
It's going to be ruined.
I know we have a huge surplus of coffee, and every time we get a new batch, we need to stock up ourselves because it's that good. So if you guys want to get some, click the link down below. I want to thank everybody who's been purchasing the coffee and the merch and the stickers in the past. And I'm not wearing one of our sweatshirts, but if you want a sweatshirt to stay warm, we have some sweatshirts too on the website. Now, let's get back to the show. We got all the tracks laid out to where they go. Now, we need to get the side-by-side in here. The worst part about doing that is we gotta let the cold air in, and it is chilly out this morning. It was like 13 below out this morning, so I'm not looking forward to opening that shop door, getting the side-by-side and letting out a bunch of warm air, but it's gotta get done. So, enough jabbing, let's get it in here. This is one of those jobs you only do once a year. You put them on once a year and you take them off once a year. So it takes a little time to remember exactly how they go on. I know you gotta take the tires off, but there's just little parts and pieces you gotta do. I wanna turn all these lights on. Gets a little bit brighter in here. It's just little things you gotta do to get them on. The tracks go on, but then you also gotta have arms that you bolt up in straps, so that way that the track stays flat and it doesn't want to turn over on itself, because we don't want our tracks going to dump. We need to make sure they stay straight and that we don't oversteer them. We also got to hook up a sensor under the hood, and that'll help us get better power steering. It'll give us more power steering because the tracks don't steer as easy as tires. So it changes that. So you get a stronger power steering, and then also changes it and makes the odometer work and speedometer work with the tracks, because it's a different ratio with the tracks versus the tire for that stuff. And Can-Am makes a sensor. You just plug it in and it converts everything over. I think that should be all the tools we're gonna need. So this bracket right here, I just keep it on the tracks. This is gonna go on the A-arm of the machine. This is the anti-rotation bracket, so that way the tracks can't roll over like a tire. I just keep it all on the tracks like this, so that way I know where all the parts and pieces are. So that's gonna come off for now. All right. I like it. All right, next side. Too ringy-dingy. Let's get our track on. The back is done, except for I got to tighten up the lug nuts. And you can't reach all of the lug nuts without moving the track, so we'll spin that all around and move that all around. Once we have the front ones on, we'll just tighten everything up, and then we'll go forward, backwards, and make sure all the lug nuts are tightened up. But yeah, the back, I don't want to say are the worst, but are the hardest because the tracks are bigger. The front, we have different brackets, so it's a little bit different. So yeah, let's get up there and see what we can do. So the front has the anti-rotation bar and bracket, but it also has a steering limiter strap, so this way you can't oversteer and start hitting your inside fenders or your front area also. So I'm thinking we should be able to leave this all on. I'll just take these off, get everything on, and we can put this up and on from the bottom without having to take all these pieces apart. That's the goal. Let's see if we can do it. Yeah, I like that. Oh, we got a big old puddle on the floor. Okay, I like that. So now we can lower it because that's done. All right, let me take this off, melt some snow inside. I should have done that outside, but that's all right. This opens up, and then right here we have that we unplug, plug this into our, I don't know what it's called, but it's the track sensor. Plug that in, and then we plug this in here. Bam. That's gonna go, let's see, how can we get this to fit? We'll put that right there. close our hood. Get rid of the snow and ice. There, all right. One. The other thing I like is the track lifts this thing, so it's so much higher to get in and out of. Now you're jumping into it, bam. So you'll probably get a good 3-inch lift, if not more, out of it. You got more ground clearance, which is nice. Right, Brutus? First stop is fuel. We're getting low, so let's fuel it up before we run out. All right, let's take this thing out and see how it goes. A lot louder. All right, I want to get out, check the tracks, and make sure everything looks good that we've gone, I don't know, quarter mile or so. Track looks good. Got all of our lug nuts. Same for that one. That one looks good. Let's check the last front one. Yep. We got all of our lug nuts still. Well, the pond is nice and frozen. I'm surprised there's no animal tracks out there. You can see one area that's not frozen where the natural spring that feeds it follows in. But usually there's tracks all over the place. And there's not. So let's go on up above. We'll check the last pond and we'll check to see how that moose is looking. And I'll grab the game camera that's up there. We'll see what came in at some point to eat that moose that we put out there that we found dead in the pond. So let's head on up. There are a ton of tracks over here. Something's been out in the pond, and it looks like something's been digging and pouring on the pond. I don't know what they're trying to get, and it looks like the only thing that's left of the moose is the bones. There's like a skeleton over here, and it's not where it originally was. So let's get out and see what it looks like. So we got the top of the skull.
And then the other part's over here.
The other part's over there. I don't see its legs. Things have definitely been eating its rib cage bones. Looks like either turkeys or some kind of bird. I've been over here. That's what those tracks
Crows.
are.
Ew, don't touch that with your gloves.
I would definitely say that was an older moose.
That gross teeth.
Yeah, because look at its teeth. Like, they're definitely worn.
Yeah, they are.
So that was an old moose for sure. Look at them. They're worn right inside.
Want to keep some of the front ones in case you lose some?
You keep it for a comb for you?
No, I meant for your
No, I'm good.
pulse.
They had definitely picked this thing clean.
It took a while.
It did.
You should-
But then the top teeth also are very, like, worn. So it'd be interesting to know how old that moose was. But I would definitely say it was an older moose and it wasn't a young one. So that's good to know. Probably just died of old age.
It's a shoulder bone. You know what those look like now, don't you?
Yep. I am assuming my batteries died at some point.
Oh, you're seeing a red light.
Did you?
Yeah.
Because it stopped sending me pictures to my phone.
I just saw a red light flash.
Interesting. All right.
Let's go see what else is over here. I think it's legs.
I think that's definitely a leg bone.
Right?
Yep. What's the leg? Because that's the hoof.
That's a long.
So something's even been eating the hoof.
Huh.
There's only one left. It still kind of works. Like a cane.
I mean, I don't think that would work very good. You should stop touching that.
Ooh.
What? It's that. It's a moose. It's definitely a moose.
Yeah, can you see it?
Back up. I can see it. I don't know if the camera can. Probably get over there and see.
Let's see if we can walk over. We're just going to go this way. It's right through there. I don't know if you can see it or not.
Oh, it's turned.
It's taken off. I don't know
Oh,
if you
no,
can
it's
see
coming
it.
this way.
I think that's a big old bull moose, too.
It's probably trying to find its way over here.
No, it's taken off. It's going that way.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you can see it that good on camera, but that was a big old bull moose, and he didn't have any antlers.
Oh, it stopped.
Did he stop?
Yeah.
I wonder where his antlers are.
Well, they like to shut them high, so.
He's taken off again. Right over there in the line, the wood line. Just trotting away. It's kind of cool. All right, let's go this way a little bit further.
Something's been doing something right here.
That's his tracks.
Oh.
Those are fresh. Those are his tracks right there. Or another moose at one point came down, turned around, and then was parting around for stuff. Eating right there. Digging out the grass underneath.
If one comes out
Eat
close,
it right
I
there.
might poop my pants.
I brought the chainsaw.
You got a chainsaw?
Yeah, I knew we'd have issues. Now that we know the tracks are working good on the side-by-side, we had to stop because we have something fun we're gonna be doing with the side-by-side. We gotta build this, but that's not gonna be in this video. This is where we need to end this video. Our next video, which we upload every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, we're gonna be building this project and using it behind the side-by-side. And we've been waiting years for this, guys. This has been 2 years in the making. So I am excited to get this thing built and to try it out. And I think you guys are gonna like it too. So thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video when we're gonna be building this. Bye.